Okay friends, so this was our circuit, that is decoder. Let us talk about another circuit, the multiplexers. Now how do multiplexers work? Now multiplexer is our another combinational circuit that works in the form 2 to the power n cross 1, and we have n over here. Now what is this actually? These 2 to the power n are the inputs. We have n number of select lines and a single output. Now what is the use of these n select lines? What is the input and output? These value or combination of n select lines determine which input value will go to the output. Okay, say for example, we have say our basic or common 4 cross 1 multiplexer. So 4 means 2 to the power 2, so we will have 2 select lines. We call them as say S0, S1. These are our select lines, and we have 4 inputs: I0, I1, I2 and I3, and a single output, say OP. Alright, so how does this work actually? We have the value of select lines determine which input will be going to the output. Why I am numbering the 0, 1, 2 and 3, we will assume that these are connected to these points actually. So when the value of 0, 0, so whatever is connected at input 0, that will go to the output. So that will be I0. 0, 1, I1, 1, 0, I2 and 1, 1 means I3. Here actually the concept is different from the decoder, in the sense we actually have no concept of the chip select or something like that. Alright. So this is actually the straightforward working. If we write in the Boolean equation of the output, so what do we get? Output can be written as actually S0 bar, S1 bar, sorry, I0 plus S0 bar, S1, I1 plus S0, S1 bar, I2 plus S0, S1, I3. Alright, this is what we have. So, what is the use of actually multiplexers? Multiplexers can also be used in the implementation of the functions. How? Let us see. Let us for example take the case of a full adder. So we have 3 inputs A, B and say C, and we have 2 outputs, sum and carry. Now what is the trick to implement the function using the multiplexer? Idea is, first of all, I will create partitions into this after every 2 input combinations. How? I will do like this. Why I am doing like this? This will be clear to you in a short while. Let us see. In the first partition my A, B are 0, 0, second it is 0, 1, third it is 1, 0 and fourth it is 1, 1. So in my first partition, we can see the value of sum. Whenever value of C is 0, sum is 0. When it is 1, so it is 1. So essentially in our first partition, our sum is same as C. In the second partition, when C is 0, sum is 1. When it is 1, it is 0. So it is same as C bar. This is again C bar as in the case 2, and here it is again C. When we come to carry, irrespective of the fact whatever the value of C, our carry is always 0. Here it is 0, when C is 0, it is 1, so C is 1. This is also C. Here it is also C, here it is 1. So if I actually condense this in the form we have done earlier, so our A and B, if they become the select lines, what is the value of sum and carry? This is actually output 1 or output 2. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So this is C, C bar, C bar and C. Alright, this is 0, C, C, 1. Now this is the concept. We had 3 input variables, so our multiplexer use will be 1 less than that of the size. That means we will use 4 cross 1. And the value of the third input we will be making use to decide the value of the output. Another most important thing in the decoder, from one decoder we could have implemented more than one functions. Alright, in the decoder we saw, like using one decoder we can implement 2 functions. Okay, or more we could have implemented using the same decoder. But for one multiplexer we can implement only one function. Very important. This you should always remember. Okay, so using this concept we have our 2 4 cross 1 multiplexers where A and B are the common select lines to both. We have 4 inputs 0, 1, 2 and 3, 0, 1, 2 and 3. The output of this one will be the sum. Here it will be carry. Now 0 we have to connect C, 1 we have to connect C complement. We have put in an OR gate to complement. This is same as C bar, here it is same as C. Alright. Now in this case 0 we have connected it to the ground. Well, 0 signal we assume it normally coming from the ground, and in the input number 3 we have to generate 1, so we have complement this ground. Now over here both we have to connect to the C. That is the idea. So this is our 4 cross 1. Alright. So this is how we implement the function using the multiplexer. Clear? One multiplexer, one output or one function. So if you have n number of functions to implement, so we will have to put in the n number of multiplexers. We could have implemented similarly the previous function that we have done using this only method. Alright, because this is actually nothing more, this can be treated like function f1, function f2. Alright, and we could have generated our similar scenario. Say for example, in our function f1, I will implement the earlier one. Our f1, I call this f1 dash f2 dash. f1 was summation m 3, 4, 5 and 7. If I remember correctly, this was the function. So how do we work actually in that scenario? We have again 3 inputs A, B and C, and function f1 say 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Alright, now summation m means at these points this is the value having 1, rest everywhere it is 0. So 0 it is 0, 1 it is 0, 2 it is 0, 3 it is 1, 4 it is 1, 5 it is 1, 6 it is 0, 7 is 1. So again we create the partitions like these. Alright. So again in the first partition, irrespective of the value of C, it is 0. Here it is same as C. Here it is 1. Here it is again same as. Alright. So implement similarly. Okay. Now this is about the concept of multiplexers. Now another 2 most common problems that students frequently encounter in the examination are 2 categories. First of all, I'll talk about the related to the multiplexer. Say suppose we want to design a 16 cross 1 multiplexer. I'll consider 2 cases. Either using 8 cross 1 and a 2 cross 1 multiplexer. MUX actually stands for, in short form, it is also called the multiplexer. Okay. And either we use 4 cross 1 multiplexer. working is exactly the same. So let us try to understand the scenario. If say suppose multiplexer is our 16 cross 1 size, so we have 4 select lines S0, S1, S2 and S3 and the output. Alright, so our values go from 0 to 15. Now what do I do? If I am to implement it using 8 cross 1, I will put in a partition over here. Alright, why we have put in a partition, you will understand. And the outputs will be, we will assume, so we have 15 inputs, I0, 16 inputs, sorry, I0 to I15. So inputs that will be throwing at the outputs are I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, I7, then I8, I9, I10, I11, I12, I13, I14 and I15. Now the basic, if we draw the abstract model, our 16 cross 1 multiplexer appears to be like this. I0, 1, 2, 3, so on up till 15. We have I0, I1, so on up till I15. We have 4 select lines S0, S1, S2, S3 and this is our output. Based on the combination of the select line, the corresponding input is being thrown at the output. Alright. So now, using 8 cross 1, this is actually AND. Why I have made a partition like this? Because in the first partition we can see our S0 is always 0, the select line S0. S1, S2, S3 however go from 0 to 7. Alright. Similarly in the second partition, my S0 is completely 1. However, S1, S2, S3 go from I0 to go from 0 to 7. Now this partition will actually determine how we have to implement our circuit. Let us see how. We will put two 8 cross 1 multiplexers. With the common select lines, that is S1, S2 and S3. Their values go from 0 to 7. Here inputs will go from I0, I1, so on up till I7. That is the first partition. Here the inputs will go from the second partition I8, I9, so on up till I15. Alright. Now whatever the output, say I call this as OP1, this I call as OP2, these are fed to the another 2 cross 1 multiplexer 0 and 1 whose select line is S0, and this is my final output. Now let us see, is this circuit working correctly? Let us take the case of this input, that is our select lines. S0 is 0, S1, S2, S3 are 1, 1, 0. So first of all, taking this case, S1, S2, S3 are 1, 1, 0, that is 6. So we have an input I6 coming from here and again an input I14 coming from here, because the select lines are common. So in both the multiplexers, whatever is connected to the input number 6, that will be going at the output. Now into the next multiplexer, S0 is 0. So whatever coming at the input 0, that will be thrown at the output. So that is, if S0 is 0, that means I6 will go to the output, I14 will be stopped. This works correctly. In case it would have been 1, so we could have I14 going to the output, and that is again the two circuits work similarly or exactly the same. Clear? So this is how we implement 16 cross 1 multiplexer using 8 cross 1 and a 2 cross 1. So this is actually a generalized rule or a principle that I gave you. How do you implement some higher multiplexer using the lower ones? Alright. Now in the B part, if we had to design it using the 4 cross 1 multiplexer, so how many partitions will make it in our table now? Now we will be making 4 partitions. Okay. And we will see how. Now, what is the advantage now? Since we have to use 4 cross 1 multiplexers, so now in the first partition our S0, S1 now will determine. These are both 0, 0. Here it is 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So our first 4 cross 1, we will put in the input 4 cross 1 multiplexers. With the common select lines, that is S2 and S3. Now for the first multiplexer, input will be going from I0 to I3. Here it will be from I4 to I7. Here it will be from I8 to I11. Here it will be from I12 to I15. These are 4 cross 1 each. Alright, whatever the outputs, that will be fed to another 4 cross 1 multiplexer. With the select lines S0 and S1. This will be our final output. Clear? The working is exactly same as done in case number 1. Alright. Now using the similar approach, let us work with our decoders. In the case of our decoders, the question is, say suppose we have to design a 5 cross 32 decoder. Say we make use of 3 cross 8 decoders and 2 cross 4 decoders. Alright. Now, first of all, draw the truth table of 5 cross 32 and let us try to understand how this works actually. Say suppose we have 5 cross 32 decoder, that means we have 5 inputs A, B, C, D and E. So on up till we have all ones. Now since I have to use a 3 cross 8 decoder and a 2 cross 4, alright, so I will make the partitions in so on up till we will have 0 0 1 1 1, alright, our first partition. Alright. Similarly, our second partition we have 0 1 now, going from 0 0 0, so on up till we will have 0 1 1 1 1. Similarly for third partition, fourth and fifth. Alright. The output generated will be, say, we can say whichever the output is active, D0, D1, D2, so on up till we can have D7. Similarly, D8, so on up till D 15 and further. Now, how to design the circuit? In exactly the same way we have done the partitions. How? We can put in a 3x8 decoder with the same inputs C, D and E. Now, how many 3x8 will be requiring? Only number of partitions 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So that means 4 3x8 decoders. With all these are actually common, I have shown it differently so that our circuit doesn't appear complex. And we have the output generated from D0, D1, so on up till D7. Here we'll be having output from D8 to D15. Now D16 to D23, D24 to D31. Alright. Now our A and B will be forming the inputs to a 2x4 decoder whose outputs, referring to the first partition, we had this decoder will be having the chip select as the input signal or the control signal. Now these outputs will be generating the chip select signals for the respective decoders. Alright, this is how it will be going. So we have essentially designed our 5x32 decoder using 3x8 and a 2x. Alright.